Which Star Wars movie is your favorite and why?
Oh no. That's hard.
I'll answer it for you. It'd be The Phantom Menace.
No!
Hello everyone, my name is Brandon.
My name is Keith.
And this is a Tank Talk.
That's right.
Keith, guess where I got this shirt from?
Where did you get that shirt from, Brandon?
I went to Michael Waltrip's yard sale on Friday of the past.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great day, Keith.
Yep.
There was people that, there was food, there was singing, there were great deals. I got this shirt. I picked up this hat later on. So
Okay.
this is not a Michael Waltrip hat, this is the Chase Elliott hat.
Nor is it free, I imagine.
It was not. Paid $5 for it though.
It's not bad for a hat.
They got some really cool stuff at the race shop, and it was just really cool to be able to meet Michael Waltrip. This time I didn't cry or come across as a stalker.
Both important.
Got to tell him he's the reason why I got into communications and marketing, and it was just great being at this shop. You got to see the sights, you got to smell the smells, got to taste the race shop.
Brandon, you didn't really taste the race shop though.
Did not. That probably would have come across as stalkerish if I was licking the race shop.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you're trying your best to put your best foot forward for Michael Waltrip, probably the last thing you want to do is take your tongue out and start licking.
Would have probably ruined everything I would have said to him.
But Brandon, you mentioned the word taste.
Yes.
And that's my trigger word for the day. Because I know that we have to taste something here in a moment called the Tank Drink of the Week.
I always go quiet because I never know when you're going to the tank drink.
Oh man, that's already happened.
This week we got some Yakik organic yerba mate.
I'll be honest with I imagine that probably is mate.
Yerba mate?
Yeah.
It's a tree, so I'm
Mate?
mate.
I don't think so.
It's energized from the organic yerba mate. It's a tree. Mate.
I feel like it's like an Australian beverage.
I think it's South American.
Okay. Brandon, I will be honest with you.
Yes.
This is probably, yachak, I don't know. This is probably the most tank. Like when people think, oh, they do a drink every week, I bet it's interesting and weird. This is probably the closest to that.
Well, it's 160 milligrams of caffeine, so it's monster caffeine.
So
Can't
it
open
is
that. Once you use your nails to open
I
that.
got some nails for you. Ooh. Oh boy. Oh. Had to ruin the nails for it.
Plus, what I like with this one is that it's mint flavored. And when you go mint flavored in anything, you're going all in. It's either going to be amazing or we might die.
It's mint flavored? That's disgusting.
Well, the natural yerba mate is not mint flavored, but this beverage is. So
Maybe
they've taken the mate and they have used it ultimate mint. So they infuse this bad boy with some mint.
You're right. I shouldn't have thought it was. I shouldn't have thought it was Australian. I just saw the word mate and I started saying but mate. It's the but mate. All right.
Let's clink and let's drink.
Ooh, clank and drink.
Oh,
actually, it's not that bad. It's not.
What? Do you always do this? That is bad.
It tastes kind of like the energy tea that Arizona makes.
Yeah, if you threw it on the streets for a month.
No, it's really not that bad. It's not.
If a cat went and peed in a Arizona tea, that's what you would get.
It is minty. It is minty. I kind of like it. But Brandon, why are we here today?
We're here getting a sip of a real drink.
Oh my gosh. What a loser. I'll take the rest of this if you don't mind.
What I want to point out is that on camera, Keith always talks about how great this drink is, but then with about an hour, Keith's going to be talking about, I don't feel so good. I think I'm about to die.
Well, maybe that's true. I've never had yerba mate before, mate.
I would say there's at least 3 Tank Talks that within an hour of filming, I've heard, I don't know if I feel so good.
I still have nightmares about that cactus crap we drank. Brandon, tell us why we're here. What's this episode about?
We're here today to answer some of your questions.
Yeah.
We're here for you. We put out some feelers, and they got felt. The people sent some questions in.
Some sticky, gooey feelers.
All right. Let's see.
Are we going to say who gave the questions, or they're going to remain anonymous?
They'd be anonymous.
We can make up usernames for each one if you like.
Let's see. What's your guilty pleasure in general?
My guilty pleasure?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Sometimes I put like creamer in my coffee, and I feel guilty about that. What else? I really like donuts. I think most of my guilty pleasures are food related.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any entertainment that I feel bad about enjoying. Yeah, they'd have to be food. Just sometimes I just eat a lot. Which you can tell by looking at me.
There's like I think guilty pleasure would be, it's not that I like love specific singers, but there's like a lot of rappers and all that they'll perform or whatever, and I'm just very like, I can't look away.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think like Florida Georgia Line.
Okay.
When they put stuff out, like
yeah,
I would never like buy or like turn on my like Florida Georgia Line playlist. But if you told me they came out with a new music video, I'd probably go watch it just to see what they did, and I would feel very weird if someone heard me like listening to it.
That you know me well enough to feel guilty anytime you watch Florida Georgia Line.
Who are you most offended about dying in Infinity War?
Oh, really?
No. When I say offended, do you think just like sad or being like, why did that happen?
I don't think they mean like I'm offended because they killed a woman. I think they mean what hurt you the most. And I'm gonna have to say that Spider-Man scene. It's hard to beat.
Yeah.
It's hard Spider-Man. Because I've never seen Homecoming, but I feel like it would just be worse having seen Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh yeah, it made it way worse.
Yeah, he's just Spider-Man. Like out of all the superheroes, he's the least vetted. He's the least experienced. He's just trying to do a good job. He's Spider-Man, okay?
That scene was
need to kill him.
Improv too.
Yeah, I think we said that on a different show before.
Yeah, I was sad and angry because we got to watch it in kind of like I wouldn't say VIP. Because it wasn't VIP, but it was only
before it came out.
Yeah, it was like 6 of us in there, and when it started happening, the one behind me was like, "No, come on, no!" And I went from like so sad to so angry at her for ruining that moment.
Yeah, that one stinks. Also, I'm pretty mad that I've really developed a taste for Evangeline Lilly.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bad way to say it. But as far as like my favorite Marvel comics, Lizzie and I have discussed this though.
Uh-huh.
My favorite Marvel, I've gone from the Black Widow to now I'm into the Wasp. As far like if I had to have a Marvel crush, it'd be the Wasp.
Mm-hmm. How do you come up with the idea for tank tops?
How did you
come up with the idea?
Yeah, what's the question?
Are we doing like, I think...
Is it how did we come up with the idea?
Yeah, let's say in the beginning and even now, how do we decide?
Okay, I'll talk about, you're really the idea man when it comes to, let's do what episode we do today.
So how did it start?
Yes. It started because we stopped doing our podcast, Tank Media Podcast, which if you watched our Patreon announcement video, you'll know that we really want to get back to that. But we stopped doing our podcast, and one of mine and Brandon's favorite things to do, one of the reasons we do YouTube, is because we just always have enjoyed sitting down and talking to one another. Just sitting down and shooting the breeze, chewing the fat, and just making each other laugh through conversation. And so we couldn't do the podcast anymore. It just became too difficult, and it would cost money, and yada, yada, yada. But we figured, you know what? We do have enough time on the weekends to be able to make like a 10 to 15 to even 20-minute show sometimes where we just talk. We just sit down and we talk about something. And we decided that would be a fun thing to do. They're certainly not hard to edit. We really don't edit very much or anything out of these bad boys, but we just wanted to have an outlet where instead of acting or instead of doing something that was fiction, we could just sit down and talk.
Yeah. As far as the topics, a lot of times just whatever pops into my head, or if I see something that's really popular and I think Keith and I can talk about that.
Right.
So yeah, there's not a huge process that goes into like the topics. Most of the time it's just randomly, hey, here's something we should talk about.
Pulling back the curtain.
I will say we've gotten to the point now to where instead of just saying, hey, let's talk about this and turning the camera on, we at least like kind of vet it a little bit and say, hey, how much can we talk about it? So like a Burt Reynolds like tank talk, instead of talk like
God rest.
instead of just say we're going to film that, we actually take time to think, okay, can we talk about him for 20 minutes, or should we just...
Should we just insert a moment right now where we have a picture of Burt Reynolds with his face and his year-to-date life and have sad music?
Yes. What's your favorite TV show of all time?
Brandon, what you got? Tell me.
I think...
I went rounds with this one, thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's hard because I want to give it to a drama.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say this drama affected me so much. I always love watching it or whatever. I wanted to give it to something meaningful, but I have to give it to The Office. My favorite show. Oh no, I'm not giving it to The Office. I don't know.
Seinfeld?
It's between The Office and Seinfeld,
Mm-hmm.
because with TV, I'm not always looking for an emotional investment. I'm not always looking for 45 minutes to an hour of rip my heart out. I'm always about that movies.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite movies will always be emotionally jarring movies.
Yeah.
But TV, there's this other factor where I want to be able to turn it on and jump in and jump out whenever I want to.
Uh-huh.
And I can do that with Seinfeld and The Office. So I'm putting it in between those. And I know who has sent this question, and he better be okay that I didn't say Breaking Bad.
That was a threat to say one of us better say Breaking Bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me it would come down to Breaking Bad or The Office.
Yeah.
Just because, like, for that whole factor of Breaking Bad, I can't just get home and say, oh, let me turn on the TV. Oh, here's an episode of Breaking Bad. Let me watch it.
Yep.
Whereas The Office is something that whenever it's on, I can watch it. I will say, though, that I believe that I have said this before, so I will say it again.
Sure.
That Better Call Saul, I believe, is better than Breaking Bad. Right now, though, because I mean, there's been a lot of shows, and I said the same thing about The Office, that like is an amazing show, but I hate like this season, or like oh, the ending was like sucked. Like you think of how many movies or shows you've watched and thought, wow, the finale sucked, or like that was stupid. So time will tell.
TV is a hard question for me because there's that other factor. So I had to go with a comedy show.
Who is the prettiest guest star?
Lizzie Sally has been the most beautiful guest star we've had.
I think I've gotten into trouble for saying that Jordan's quality and comparing. I think I said the same thing about not Bojangles. There was some other thing I said.
It was some dumb comparison you made between Jordan.
I think that from like a purely
you're treading on thin ice.
What do you call it? Like from a purely unsubjective, subjective or unsubjective?
What are you?
From a neutral plane, I think that Jordan is the prettiest guest star we have.
There you go. You're saying objectively. You're saying that not only because she is.
I see her as an object.
Right.
Therefore,
you're saying that not only because she is your fiance and one day you will marry her. You're saying that even if you didn't know Jordan, you would pick her out of the lineup of our guests and say she is the prettiest.
Especially when she plays an emo character. She pulls off an emo character very well.
Have to say, I do have that folder on my computer still. It's called Wooing Jordan.
What flavor would you describe your fellow co-host as? I think you'd be
That's hard.
Mint chocolate chip. People don't think you're the best, but you're the best.
I like that. I like that. What flavor of what? Anything?
I think anything. Like if you had to get a little shot of Brandon, what would it be?
If I want to do ice cream. If there was in the ice cream shop, there was a pile of white ice cream that said this is Brandon flavored. What flavor would I expect? Oh man, Brandon, you would be a changing flavor.
Like a Superman? Or like a sherbet?
You're like a Neapolitan. You got it all. You really do. You got it all. You've got the deep and insightful mind, but also the goofy, on camera side of you. And also not only that, the talented writing mind. You're a Neapolitan. You're chocolate, strawberry, vanilla, all wrapped up into one.
Thank you, Keith.
You just stick your spoon in wherever part you want and get whatever flavor.
Which Star Wars movie is your favorite and why?
Oh no. That's hard.
I'll answer it for you. It'd be The Phantom Menace.
No!
And it'd be because that's the movie that first started my love of Star Wars. Because before, I remember going into it thinking, oh, this Darth Maul cat's pretty cool. He's got a double-edged lightsaber.
Double-edged.
Lightsaber. And I went there with my grandparents, and we watched it, and I was like, oh, he's bad. But Obi-Wan Kenobi, he's pretty cool. And it just really, even to this day when I watch it, I'm not saying it's the greatest movie that's ever been made.
Brandon, you know how...
Nostalgia.
Do you know how we're trying to have a presence on the internet?
Uh-huh.
Well, it's just set us back to square one, my friend. Everybody who used to like our shows now does not.
Is yours The Last Jedi?
No, I think mine's Empire Strikes Back. If I were to name the movie I've seen the most of Star Wars, it's that one because I just love that the Hoth battle. But I that's probably my favorite one. If you told me I could only keep one, it was probably The Empire Strikes Back.
Which Disney villain do you relate the most to?
We actually pre-discussed this one because I would never have thought of an answer quickly on the show. Mm-hmm. I'm choosing. I don't remember the villain's name. I think his name's Syndicate or something. Mm-hmm. Whatever his name is from The Incredibles. The guy that you sly dog, you caught me monologuing. That guy, because he was just trying to help.
Yeah.
He was a little bit annoying or whatever, but at the end of the day, he was just trying to help. He was trying to be super, and he didn't have superpowers, but he did his best to make himself super and try to help. And if they would have just let him help, nothing would have gone wrong, you know? If they would have just let him do something.
So if people would just let you help, you wouldn't have to hurt them.
Well, I'm not... The whole villain part I don't identify with. Mm-hmm. But I do understand the idea of yes, I do have something to offer if you just let me. You know? That's kind of how I feel about our show and the publicity of it and all. I feel a lot that, we do have stuff to offer if people would just tune in, you know? So I can identify with that, with his idea that if you just let me help, I can help.
Mine was Yzma from The Emperor's New Groove. It's kind of the same way, where I can't really remember the movie that clearly. Apparently it came out in 2000.
I love that movie.
It's been a long time. But just her character, she got, Kuzco wanted to take that farmer's land.
He did.
He wanted to spend a lot of money, so he was going to raise taxes on everyone. Mm-hmm. He was going to kick people out. And he just fired Yzma because he was like, hey, you look icky and all.
Right.
And then, once he got turned to the llama, and then the farmer tried to help him, he tried to kill the farmer.
Yeah, he did.
When the guy was falling off the bridge. And he goes, well, I was going to throw you in prison for your whole life. Why? Because you were trying to help him?
Exactly.
And we think that Yzma's the bad person. Yzma's trying to kill the person that was going to raise your taxes and kill farmers just for helping him.
True.
Yzma, we should be celebrating
Yzma is the hero.
Her only mistake is that she mixed up the formula.
Exactly.
Or I think Kronk mixed them up.
Is that my voice? Brandon, I think we might have time for one more question. This video is real long.
Okay, Keith, here you go then. If you could go back to the beginning of Tank Media and do it over, what's the one thing you'd change?
Wow, that's a rough one. What would you change?
I think that I would go back and it'd be hard it's not that we knew that it was hard or whatever, but I would have loved to know what I know now about acting and writing, directing, casting, all of that stuff, just because it would have helped a lot with, once it gets to you, like we've said before, where it gets here, then it gets to you.
Sure. Instead,
a lot of times it was just here's an idea. Let's go film this. Mm-hmm, we have this idea. We don't have the people. We'll just grab a random friend. Whereas now, when we have ideas, I sit there and think, no, we have to film it with these 3 people. If we can't film it with these 3 people, then we're not going to be able to shoot it, because that's what's going to make it the best.
Yeah. If I could go back and if I could go back to the beginning and start over, I would go back 3 more years and start over. I would go back to the beginning of Tank Media, then I would say, nope, we're just going to start doing this on a regular basis. Mm-hmm. Our freshman year of college. We spent our whole college experience up to right before that last semester.
Yeah.
wanting to create things. We created 3 videos, our Charlie series, which maybe those will make their way back to the internet somewhere. They're still out there. But we had all the stuff, but we were in that pressure cooker of college, and we didn't take advantage of it until the very end, and we should have done that earlier on. So if I could go back, I would go back, and I would start earlier.
All right, there you have it.
There you have it.
Part 2.
Part 2. Send us more questions if you want us to answer more. If you like this, let us know. We're begging you. If you are a human being and you are watching this video right now, and your name is not, I'm going to shout out Kevin McAbee. You don't know him, but I know. I mean, I haven't seen him in a long time. Will and I haven't seen him from Game Talks and all. But he's a commenter. My man Kevin will comment on a video he likes, and he will press that like button. If you're a human being out there and you like what we do, just leave us a comment.
Be like Kevin.
If you're be like Kevin and just drop a comment, man. It doesn't. Sure, if you leave a comment, it pushes us a little bit farther up the suggested video chart or whatever. But more than that, it just lets me know, because Brandon gets all the feedback from our videos. I do not. It lets me know that you're watching, and I want to know, and I want you to say, you know what, guys, this video sucked eggs, or you know what, guys, I like what you do. Thanks. That's all I want.
Maybe you want to go pick up some yerba mate.
Yeah, get some yerba mate. Next time you go to the grocery store, get some yerba mate.
And if you're with the Yak Company, let us know which one of us is saying it right. Yeah. If you're with the Yak Company.
It's not Australia. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Brandon, do you want to say it today?
We love you. Is that what we need to say?
Brandon, there's more to it.
Stay thirsty, stay hungry.
That's not what we say. We say we love you, but there are more words. There are 2 more words.
We love you, good day.
No.
We love you, totally.
Brandon, stop. You know what it is.
We love you, drink up.
You know what it is.
We love you, solo cup. We love you, take care. We love you, take media.
I'm not going to stop the video until you get it right.
We love you, thank you.
You know it. You know it.
We love you, kind people.
Brandon, I say at the end of every video.
Oh, we love you, cherry cola.
You're getting it very much wrong.
Give me the first letter of the first word.
V.
We love you very much?
Yeah, Brandon. That's what we do. Now tell them.
We love you very much.
Thanks.